Good morning, everyone. Good morning and welcome back to day 2 of Digital Health Days 2016. My name is Donny Ligonis.
And my name is Dina Titkova.
And we're thrilled to be here for the 4th year running now of Digital Health Days, my 3rd year. Normally I work at KTH, the Royal Institute of Technology, as a Technology Transfer Manager. So I help students and researchers commercialize what they think might be the next great thing. So I see a lot of medtech passing through there. And personally, I'm just back from a year in Silicon Valley, where I spent a year on a fellowship starting up the Swedish startup presence in Palo Alto. And one big focus area for us in Palo Alto this previous year was digital health, and for the whole Health 2.0 conference that is starting actually this Sunday in Santa Clara, San Francisco. And we're going to try this afternoon to kick that off, because at 5 o'clock here, it's 8 o'clock there, and they're going to have a breakfast event in Palo Alto. So we're going to try and do a live video feed to Palo Alto and pass the baton to them this afternoon. When we're finished with DHD, they can start with Health 2.0, because we're lots of Nordic startups over there. Yes, and who else have we got to help us here?
We've got a fantastic commentators over there. We call them Cage.
The Cage.
And then they're going to introduce themselves.
Yeah, I'll start us off. My name's Elizabeth Nelson. I'm just finishing up my PhD in biomedical engineering with a focus on biosensors and proactive healthcare. And this is my second DHD, hashtag DHD. And we're here to ask the tough questions and maybe be the bad guy sometimes, but we're also representing you. If you want to tweet at us, if that's a thing, you're the social media manager, hashtag DHD16.
Yeah, to continue on Bastien France, I'm 29 years old. I was having a discussion yesterday with her about my age. We represent both of the fields actually, but I am more of the engaged patient. So I am a diabetic patient for 28 years. I am engaging in my own disease, telling my doctors what to do and telling what kind of medication that I want to use for my disease. I also started up my own company after I noticed that a lot of the things are going wrong in healthcare. And as Elizabeth mentioned, I am responsible for social media. So if you have any questions during the show or during the webcast that is also live on digitalhealthdays.se, you can just tweet us using the hashtag DHD16. And that was pretty much it. Back to you.
Yeah, thank you. And of course, we have the wonderful Dina as well. You have a special story connected to the conference.
I would like to welcome all of you to a truly international conference where everything is possible. I joined 4 years ago this conference. I joined as a result of networking exactly in this area. I joined an exciting digital health startups where I'm still involved and part of the team. But even more than that, I expanded my professional network. I made great friends, and I encourage all of you to take opportunity during this day to do the same. So outside of this main stage, I'm a digital health entrepreneur, and I'm really passionate about everything what's discussed on this stage so far.
Perfect. Do we have any practical details to go through before we start?
We will have our 2 fika breaks and lunch held in networking area, and the key word is networking. We will have company booth on the left from the entrance, and you are encouraged to talk with new innovative startups to learn about their innovations. And after lunch and before lunch, we will have 2 breakout sessions.
Yes, breakout sessions, correct. And the fika sessions are, well, they are time to go and get coffee, but there will always be something happening, because the Cage will be doing live interviews with the people that have been on stage. So there will be in-depth interviews that will be broadcast on the main screen as well. And as was mentioned before from the Cage, we are live now online. So if you have friends and family or all around the world that cannot be here with you today, please ask them to go online to the digitalhealthdays.se and see the live feed of the whole event as well. And we have quite a few people actually watching now. So before we start the day's program, a short reflection from yesterday, from all of us that was here yesterday. Let's start with you, Elizabeth. What was your sort of main takeaway from yesterday?
Yeah, I think it's really exciting, but I want to speed it up. You know, how do we get this going, and how do we help each other? And I think that's what Digital Health Days is about.
Yeah? Bastian?
Yeah, what I noticed yesterday was that we finally take matters a little bit further. Last year we have been talking a lot about how to do it. This year we're actually doing it. So that was what I noticed yesterday.
What about you, Donny?
Dina?
Oh,
So, me? No.
ladies first. Ladies first.
I would like to continue what Bastian and Elizabeth was mentioning, how to take this forward. And we discussed this during 2 keynote sessions. That Lucien mentioned his work at Redbound Medical Reshape Center, how they create breakthrough programs and facilitate development in the region and worldwide. And we had great accelerators panels where we learned that participating in accelerator programs, it's not just sitting within the walls. It's about connecting hubs in the regions and helping startups all the way to the very top.
Indeed. And my sort of main takeaway was, I work at KTH. I'm a super tech nerd. I love tech gadgets and connected things, and my watch is telling me that I should stop talking now because Kip has just sent me a message saying to get on with the program. I will, yes. And my main takeaway from yesterday and heading into today is yesterday was, wow, brave new world. All of these incredible opportunities, and there's connecting and things are happening and all of these devices are going, and Bastian is connected and he's tweeting his glucose levels from his connected device or whatever, I don't know. It's amazing. But, and that's my reflection, the but what does all that mean? Which leads us into today, when we'll also be talking about the whole, the other issues as well, the security and integrity and societal issues. And that leads me into our first speaker, Daniel, who is a physicist, lecturer, writer, former neuroscientist at Karolinska here in Stockholm, and currently works as a chief technology and security officer for Microsoft. He is ranked as one of the top IT architects in the world. Everybody on stage is a top world something. It's so cool to be here. And he's also an established fiction writer and has actually released a book also on security and integrity. So it's my big pleasure, our big pleasure, to welcome our first speaker up on stage to kick off today's program. Daniel, welcome up on stage.